Hi, I'm Claudia Brown Coulter with Pivotal Peace. I'm your go-to mediator for families navigating divorce while parenting children with special needs. I'm also a legal document assistant, LDA, based in the greater Los Angeles area. So welcome to Start Your Divorce Thursdays. This is a question that I get a lot. It's, do I have to respond to a divorce petition in California? Well, I don't know. Literally, I can't tell you the answer to that. I'm not an attorney and I cannot give you legal advice, but I can tell you some legal information. So let's talk about what happens if you do and don't respond to a divorce. So do I have to respond? Maybe. You get to choose what you do. Most of the couples that I work with are doing an amicable divorce. That does not mean that they always get along, but they are committed to staying out of court, getting along, being their best selves, and when they're not their best selves, taking a break so they can go find their best self and then coming back to the table to negotiate and do all their paperwork and get things done and move on with their life. So you have now been served with a divorce petition. And you're working with your spouse, you knew it was coming, and then you read like you have 30 days to respond. Oh my God, what happens if I don't respond to everything in 30 days? Does my spouse get everything they asked for in this petition? Probably not. So don't freak out. Don't freak out. So after 30 days, though, your spouse can file a default. And then at that point, you can't file into the case. Most of the time that doesn't happen. Here's how it usually goes. If you are working with your spouse and you're actually working with them and you choose not to file a response, very simply, and you reach an agreement, it's called a default with an agreement. Yes, your spouse is filing a default, but you're working with them. I actually had someone say to me, I am not going to be in default of anything. Okay. That's fine. This isn't like a failure. This isn't a failure. It's a very conscious decision to go, I'm not going to have my spouse pay the filing fee and then me pay the filing fee again. No. So that's a default with an agreement, and your spouse doesn't get everything they want. You guys have reached an agreement and you have to also sign that form. Both of your signatures need to be on that paperwork, signed and notarized. So if you choose not to respond to a divorce, you can still finish your divorce working amicably with your spouse. Now, here are some reasons why you might choose to respond. If you feel like, yeah, we're working good together right now, but I think they might change their mind, and I'm a little worried about that because I think we can reach an agreement on this issue and this issue and this issue, but this issue right here, we might have to go to court on that. Okay, then. If you think that, then maybe you should file a response then. Because if you have to go to court, you will have standing. You will have standing. Now, you never know what a judge will do, but I have seen judges up to a year, like remember the form say you have 30 days to file a response, even like a year later, have allowed somebody without an attorney to file into the case because the default has not been entered. So if you think you're going to file a response, go ahead and get that filed sooner rather than later. You can still work on an agreement. And if you work on an agreement with your spouse, they filed a petition, you filed a response, and then you're like, oh, wait, we don't have to go to court? Oh my God. We reached an agreement on all issues? Cool. The default is no longer entered. It's called an uncontested divorce. The result's the same. You've reached an agreement, you've got everything signed and notarized, and the court's like, cool, congratulations, don't come to my courthouse because there are too many people here anyway. So the choice to file a response is unique and individual. It's totally up to you, but you have options whether you file a response or not. The choice is yours. And if you decide to change your mind, you decide not to file a response, and then you decide to change your mind, you can always file one and see if the court will accept it. They probably will if a default hasn't been entered. Don't stress out about this. You're working together with your spouse. You're going to get through this, and before you know it, you're going to be divorced. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. If you've got questions, please reach out in the comments below and let me know what they are. And I'll also put a link for my calendar if you want to schedule a time to chat with me. Have a great day, and thank you for joining me for Start Your Divorce Thursdays.